Hey YouTube, how you doing? Kevin here coming at you. This is the PowerMate 5000 generator there, the Subaru motor that has the bad governor. So what we're going to do today is we're going to pull the generator head off and take a look and see. We're not going to pull the oil pan off to get to the governor today. We're just going to pull the generator head off because normally you have to fight with these things. So first things first, we're going to just snap right into a Slim Jim. Alright, let's get this thing off. So right up there's a plug. If you can see it now, right there. Follow the green wire. It's got two little tabs on it that you have to pull off. See if I can get my... Okay, that came off really easy. Okay, and that's all your wiring right there for your generator. Right there. Boom. Okay, so then what we're going to do, I'm going to actually put you on my stand so you guys can see what I'm doing, as opposed to my video flopping all over the place. Okay, so first thing we unplugged it. Okay, second thing we're going to do is zap out the mounts. These are the two mounts that go underneath of it, if you can see that or not. The two nuts, I'm going to put those up top. Take a little screwdriver, pop off the little cover, the inspection cover, and that's going to expose your brushes. Switch that off. We're going to take the center nut out, which we'll have to get back into after. First, zap that clear out. Then we're going to pick up the generator itself and slide a board underneath the engine. Okay, nice. Now that we have the board underneath the engine, hold it up, support it, we're going to zap it off. Zap off the generator portion. We have to separate the generator head. We got to be careful we don't break brushes, and we got to be careful that we don't distort anything that's in there. You know what I mean? So I'm just focused on getting you guys into place right now on my tripod. So you guys can see that or not, right like that. Yep. I'll zap that out. This is a 7/16. There are 4 of them that hold it together. So this side's the easy side. This is your ground strap right here. Get into that sometimes a pain in the neck. The bottom one first. Oh. One nut off. So we get that top one. Might have to put this back down to get to that top one. Slide the board back out. Like so. Yep, that's how we're going to have to get to the top one. One nut there, 2 nuts there. On the top side on this side. Three nuts there. Before I go any further and loosen up that bottom one, I'm going to take the and lift the generator head back up. Okay, that's back up. See if I can't loosen up that other side. the nuts are off. See if we can't get those to come forward. One. That's two. Alright. And the top ones are probably going to be a little bit of a pickle. Surprisingly, they're not. This side here is going to be the tough one because it's got the, what do you call it there, screw on it. I might have to do this all with the generator down. That sucks. Normally there's enough room, but apparently on this one right here it's going to fight me to the end, so it's alright. I'm up for the challenge. Pulling off all the bolts. And then typically at the bottom there's a little plug on the back side here underneath. See that white plug? There's two yellow wires that go into it, and these are your two brushes. And that takes care of that portion of it. Okay. Now, put you back over here. You can see, show you what's inside there. It's real simple. See the yellow wire right here? That's the one that plugs into the bottom of that circuit board I just showed you. And these two terminals right here show you those right there where the where it rides on the brushes. So that's it for that part. Okay, now I'm going to try to get the generator head moved back, the power part. And hopefully I have enough room to work here. It doesn't look like it's going to be all that promising when that goes up, but we're going to find out. Okay, now the generator part's up, and I'm going to see if I can get something in there to pry that back out there and get it off its pedestal without damaging it. Just bear with me for a moment, and I'm going to get a pry bar or something I can put in there and drive that backwards. Okay, so I got something I can tap that back with. Hello? Okay. I have something I can tap that back with, and let's see if we can get this. You don't want to go in too far because there's windings in there. You just want to go right up to where the ears are. Trying to separate it all out. I'm going to walk it back. There we go. Walk back the generator. Okay. And of course this one has the axle which is right in the way. So if we can get to a certain point I can get that bracket off. Okay. Might be able to take that engine bracket off. It's just because of where it's located. Normally there's more room, but because this is such a tight unit, There is no room. Alright, now, let's see if I can get this loosened up. Okay. Slide it right out. Okay, that's what I took off right there, is that motor mount. This goes at the bottom of the generator head, right here, and it holds it up. So it's held in with one bolt through the center here, just like that. Now that I got this out, I'm going to take my 2 bolts, screw them on. Sometimes you don't have to remove this. I was hoping I didn't have to, but apparently I did. Like that, and I threw that back. Now I got that piece off. Okay. Now, might be able to get the head off. Alright, got the wiring right in the way. I'm going to rotate it. Quarter turn, see if that helps. And boom. Now I have the stator off. Now for the rotor. This is the tricky part. This is the part that really absolutely stinks to take off. I'm going to throw this back into here like so. You want more than 3 turns. You don't want to mess this up. If I put that on there like that, it's going to hit, it's going to hammer it. So I got to find a nut that I could put on there and do it that way, or I could try doing it without it. I'm gonna try doing it without it first, see if it comes off. So hold on 1 second. Right down there. Oh, that is not coming off there like that. All right. Supposed to basically shock it loose, but that ain't coming off like that. Let the compressor catch up and then I'll try hitting it again. What I'm doing is, it's tapered. So you're trying to shock the taper and to letting it go. But you don't want to hit the brushes, and you want to be very careful with it. You don't want to beat it with a hammer. And you don't want to mess up that bearing race. So it's a lot of stuff you have to be careful for when you're doing it this way. Make sure I got you back on there. I do. Okay, good. This is going to be a fun one, people. This is going to be a fun one. Alright. Looks like I'm going to have to tap it with a hammer. I freaking hate doing that. Doing this right here, sometimes you have to end up replacing the bolt. As long as you don't mess up the generator, you're all right to go. I hate doing it this way. Wow, that's really on there. I don't know if you guys saw what I did. I tapped it in a way that it wouldn't ruin or distort the bolt. I tapped it a few times, then I rotated it. Okay, when you do that, it'll shock it loose without doing it. You can see the taper is inside there. I don't know if I can show that. It's tapered in that hole. And it makes a very tight fit. We didn't want to loosen it, we didn't want to ruin it, because the tapered shaft. And then we just have the housing left, and then this generator is off. Okay, looks like those are going to be big bolts. Okay, see if I can get a socket. It's probably going to be like 5/8. Nope. Alright. And that's held in with 4 bolts on the back side. And then once those are out, the whole housing's out. Oh yeah, those are in there. Those are in there, people. Tight as you can believe. One out. 2 out. Three out. They got yellow Loctite on them too, which does not help. And then the 4th one just came out. Okay. Now that that's out, and that's the front housing. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, so I don't lose this thing or how it goes together, I'm going to just simply put it all back together. See if I can do this in a way that you guys can see it. Oh, close enough. This is the back side right here. I'm going to tip this thing forward. Put that on like that, and then put it upside down. Okay. Actually, you know what we could do? We could reassemble the whole thing. Actually, reassemble it. Why don't we do that? Just gonna go in here first like that. It's gonna fit over it like so. I'm not going to plug that in. I'm just going to set it back there. Put this on like this, so it fits on like that. I'm going to drop this down through the center. I'm going to put the cap back on it. This ground went on the left, or the right, I mean. Sorry, my other left. These all in. Just throw the nuts on it because I don't know how long it's going to take for that part to come in, and I really don't want to lose any parts. The ground went through on this side, but I don't have to worry about it because the wire is already there. Okay. Then I got the motor mount and the bolt. Screw on right there. And that, my friends, is how you put that back together. You see it like that. I put it all back together so it's all set to go. You know, when I get the governor put in, I can do all that. And then I'm just going to throw in the bolts into the motor. There are 4 of them. Screw them back on. Move the engine to the back part there. And that, my friends, is how that is. Okay. So, we got that part done. Now there's one more thing to do. Because we have to do the governor on this thing, you can't have any oil in it. Okay? We don't want any oil in it, or as little as possible. And because the oil is black as sin, we should drain it down anyway. So, I'm going to get a couple blocks. Thing up off the ground, and then I'll drain the oil out of it. I need to get one more, and I'll put it right on that back corner there, and that'll hold that up. All right, now we get that up like that. I will grab the oil pan from the first generator we did. Stick that right underneath there like so. And see if I can't get that oil pan, that plug loose. Oh, that don't feel right. Starting to get on the darker side out here now. So I think for tonight we'll just stop with the oil change. Oh, not oil change. Oh, it is the right size. What size is that? Probably gonna be metric, people. Woohoo! The black. Black is sin. Okay. Now let's do a walk around here, show you what I did. Okay. Alright, so I got the generator head off. I put it all back together so I have nothing lost. This generator works great. So I don't want it to get damaged in any way, shape, or form. And then I'm draining the oil out right now. Wasn't much in there, but you can see how black it is. This thing's been a lack of maintenance, and that's just not good. I put a board under the engine to support it, and then tomorrow we're gonna zap off that pan cover. That cover right there. It's the back, so I'm gonna take the exhaust bracket off, the exhaust off, and get to this pan off right here. Once that pan comes off, you're gonna see the timing chain, you're gonna see the gears, you're gonna see the governor in there someplace, and we're gonna replace that governor. The exhaust looks like it's not gonna be all that bad to get off. So before we do anything further, I'm going to save myself a little bit of aggravation for tomorrow, and I'm gonna grab that penetrating oil, liquid wrench, penetrating oil, fast acting, NDCs. And I'm gonna spray that one down. There's only 2 of them for the manifold, and then you got the whatchamacallit, the 2 for the bracket. Once these 2 are off, it's golden. You can see how easy they are to get to. But I don't want to take any chances of having any type of surprises. Oh, you can't get it off because of the, oh, we're gonna get them off. This is gonna drain. There is gonna be some residual leaking. I'll show you how to take care of all that. But you see how the taper on the crankshaft right here. That's the part that gives you the pain in the ass part. Once you break that free, and then we got the we're gonna have to do another static adjustment, and we show you how to do all that. And there is no gasket on this. This is silicone. That's what they use right there, silicone. RTV silicone. And it's going to be a bitch to get apart. However, we can do it. Because there's little bosses right here. There's one down here, right here. These are pry bar points. Right here, those are designed to pry on. There's a few of those on here. And it didn't take very long. Like I said, I did it in a half hour. Got all stripped, got the whole power head off. Got it all prepped up and ready to go. Even got the oil draining out of it. So I'll get the part coming for this, and then get this generator back together. This is going to be a nice generator. It's a 5,000 watts, 6,250. I got this for free. I'm going to be into this for 16 bucks plus the quart of oil, and that's not bad. So this whole generator is going to cost me 20 bucks out of pocket. And if I wanted to sell this thing, I could easily get $275 for this thing all day long. Yep, all day long. $275 out the door, no questions asked. But I'm not going to. It's going to be a spare backup. I can't get rid of it. When you pay 20 bucks for a generator, it's hard to replace it. You know, it's very hard to replace it for 20 bucks. So I got it for free. I'm going to have nothing into it. It's like 20 bucks, literally. I already bought the oil. And this is going to use the winter oil, 10W40. Okay, so instead of having straight 30 weight, you have 10W40 in it. This thing has really hardly any hours on it. Judging by the brushes, the condition of them, unless they replace them, it's got very low hours. There's plenty of meat left on those brushes. Plenty. So anyway, guys, that's it for me. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe. If you have any questions or comments, by all means, send them my way. Thank you, guys. Have a great night.